Good morning. We are live. Okay. We're going to do a few more wires here. We're kind of done with this thing. Might also get a piece of styrene in here. We'll see. Maybe some thicker wiring. Anyway, good morning. Hey, Richie. What's going on, brother? Good morning. How are you? Hey, Tom. Oh, man. Yum. Yum. Good, nice and peaceful at hell. Oh, I love it. A peaceful hell is a good hell, in my opinion. Oh, mercy. Excuse me. Morning, guys. Morning, Swim Dad, otherwise known as Ken. I just watched the most insane model build video. Oh, did you? What was it? What was it about? What made it insane? Yes, the demons are behaving for nice. The demons are behaving. That's always a good thing to hear. Guy was building a 124-66 Mustang Fastback. He first made it so the doors and trunk open. I like those old Mustangs. Hold on, we're talking about like the late 60s Stangs. Oh my God. I'm not a car guy. You guys know that. I'm not no interest. If somebody said, "Hey, if you had all the money, would you buy an exotic?" No, not at all. It'd be a waste of time. A car from the 60s? Yeah, I might consider that. Have to throw what they call it in there though. I have to remove the V8 and put in an electric engine into it. But yeah, the amount of detail there in the work of actual mechanics. I got to do a car so I can be humbled by Glosco. Yeah, Ken, that's part of the reason why it's like I don't, having seen a bunch of great car models, I'm sure all of us have when we've been to shows. It's like there's something about that that top coat, that the way it just shines. And I will also call out, if anybody ever saw, and I know Tom did because we were at MosquitoCon together a year and a half ago, Brian Denklo, Bro Builders, Porsche. Not only did he give it a phenomenal, so created shadowing in the paint that just made that the surface textures pop wonderfully. You have to see what I mean about the amount of insane details in there. That's cool. He cracked the windshield and made his own from a makeshift vacuum form. Yeah, cool. It's all about the wet sanding. Yep. Hey, Ray, what's up? Joe, good morning. It makes Plasmo look like an amateur. I find that hard to believe. Tom Ken Ray. I'd love an old car retrofitted with an electric engine. Both of both. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That'd be cool. It'd be kind of cool. It's like if you could license that, like if somebody would license that from Ford or or Chevy. It's like can we license like these old designs and then just do like fiberglass replicas or whatever, and we're gonna instead build them with electric engines. That'd be the best. I watched a bunch of videos of people converting Home Depot into a mini home. Whoa, Richie, we got to talk about that in a second. Joe Ken Ray, Richie, Joe, really? It was using nickel plates, aluminum, tiny ass rods. It's seriously insane. That's awesome, man. Wow. You got to love it. Sheds. So they're turning them. Are you talking about they're turning like a store into almost like they're making it into like condo units, Richie? Ooh, someone made a 20s Ford V8 in emerald green with an electric engine. Yeah, see, that's the kind of stuff I'd love to see. I would love to see stuff like that. I'm just going to say it. I don't know how big of a market it is, but certainly at the luxury end, I can see buying like a replica 60s car that's just been made, like all the technology inside has been made modern. What do you guys think? Real vehicle. Wow. If you were to see a picture, you think you were looking at the actual car. That's awesome, man. Okay, so Tom, now you told us all about it. Who is it now? That sounds cool too. Yeah. Sounds good. Jerry Seinfeld has an electric 66 Mustang. Does he really? Really? Did not know that. Where did he get that? There's a shed company near me that will uplift any shed into a tiny home. George will lose his shit on electric number 8 car. Oh, God, yeah. See, that to me is exciting. Look, I don't know. Everybody's got their deal, and I respect it fully. Bugattis don't do it for me. It's like, oh, look, it looks cool, great. Aston Martins, all great. Just there's nothing in it that add to that makes it just. There's nothing. It's literally such a showpiece that the vehicle talks more about itself than it does about me. A4 Garage on YouTube. Yeah, I might have to check that out, Tom. That's pretty cool. Thank you. Converted it from gas, I believe. Wow, no sheds. And I watched a video of these inventors turn an old prison into affordable housing. See, man, I got to tell you, Richie, that stuff is exciting stuff. Right? Isn't the car from Lord of the Rings, the Sean Aston Martin? Yeah, I think it is. Right. Aston Martin was made to be completely customed. Yeah. Again, all well and good. It's seen all these things up close. It doesn't. Yeah. There's nothing in it that speaks about quality. I look at it as I don't know. Maybe I just prefer a different aesthetic. I remember about 3 years ago, we were up in northern Massachusetts. We went to an outdoor festival, and there was a bit of a car show. And again, old cars, right? And you look and I'm not, again, the car shows don't do it for me, but it's like, okay, these are old cars, so they are kind of pretty. So I'm looking at inside of the dashboards, and then when you're seeing like the I forget what they call it, but you also see it on certain watches. The fans type of brushwork that's done on the dashboards. When you look at like the machined work that's done on those things, there is a retro beauty to it that I just don't think that an exotic has, you know? Having recently been inside of a Tesla for the first time, driven in a Tesla, it's like, it's kind of bland. It's got no character. Well, it's a South Korean builder. Apparently. What's a South Korean doing building an American car? Somebody should report him to Trump. Someone near me is selling a Nash Metropolitan turned into a gas or drag car. I don't know what's a Nash Metropolitan. All right, real quickly. We're coming along quite nicely. Just a few more things to do, and then we're done. I think we are going to put the one of the smaller springs in here too, just to see what it looks like. Military box sheep has more personality than a Tesla. Yeah, just in terms of, and I'm not talking about, this isn't an Elon Musk thing. Just in terms of the car, I mean, they're cool, but you know, I don't know. It just there's nothing there, you know. There's nothing there. Oh. That's what Weird Al drove in UHF. Yeah, I never saw a UHF, so yeah. 3G box has more personality. Yeah. Anyway, ooh, spring. And see, this is like the difference between the other with the high Q springs. So the waves are a much stiffer material. Again, both of them have their applications, which I think is pretty cool. And then on the outside, I'm just going to do a lining of other things. Yeah, we're just going to go in there like that. And you call yourself a movie file? Yes, I do. Actually, I prefer to call myself, in the proper terminology, a cinephile. Explaining the little known car with even lesser known reference. I know. It's not going to be designed to be cool. That's my thing now. Buy a shed and hire a contractor and make it my dream home. Yeah, nice. Dude, I got to tell you, Richie, about a decade ago, my older daughter was fascinated by tiny houses. I took her to, so in Boston, downtown Boston, in the Seaport area, there's an organization called, it's the Boston Society of Architects, the BSA. And they had a tiny house movie that they were showing. And she and I went to that. Free showing and everything like that. So, and by the way, the space is pretty beautiful, but we went to that and she was totally fascinated. And I think for the longest time, she was like, I want to have a tiny house. And I got to tell you, when you watch like some of these shows and how these things are constructed and everything like that, it is pretty fascinating. He's just not an autophile, not even close. Why should just get a shipping storage container? Exactly. George has those movies he has sent us to decide to watch in the afterlife. Yeah, in the afterlife, I'm in hell. How can you tell George is in hell? Because it's literally going to be whatever, like all the Marvel movies are going to be playing. Yeah. Okay, let's get the used to be a pedal file. Yeah, exactly. Pedal. Yes, pedal. With producers' commentary. You know, it's funny. I generally don't like to watch a lot of stuff with producers' commentaries. Funny enough. But yeah, it's a valid point, Jill. There we go. Now we're going to crush some of the top of this. Springs are hard to crush, not going to lie. It's not how I wanted to crush it, but okay. That's a little better. It looks a lot more jaggedy now, which is good. Okay. I still lose my keys in the tiny house. Yeah, yeah, I hear you on that. Ken, do you lose your keys? Do you not have one place to set them down? I have to have that one place to set them down. Okay. Looking good so far. I lose everything. Nice. There's Cannibal, the musical. Second best was Tropic Thunder. Nice. Can't remember which movie it was, but halfway through, they leave and music just plays. Now, that would be funny. That would be funny. Anyway. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Before I forget, now that we're almost, how far into the show? Oh, got almost 18 minutes in. Those videos had me thinking I saw where a guy owned a lot of, built a bunch of shed mini homes, rent them out for $300 a month with utilities included. Wow. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. What was it? One of the interesting things about tiny homes in particular, not just shed homes, but tiny homes it's just that it's how you get utilities to them, which I think makes it interesting. So they can't necessarily, depending on jurisdiction, they can't necessarily be, I'm pulling up a 0.25, I'm sorry, 0.2 strand. Depending on the jurisdiction, they cannot be standalone on a property. Take forever now, people. Forever now with my builds. I want the most detail as possible. Anthony Sir Marshy builds a Gundam. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Anthony. How are you? I get that, Tom. I'd suggest doing that as well. If you're into that, go for it. Okay. Where was I? I'm doing well, thanks, and hope everyone is doing well too. I hope so as well. It's been a good start to the day, but haven't gone to work yet, so life is definitely good right now. Getting to work. Hopefully, it'll be a better day than yesterday. But that's kind of par for the course right now. All right, let's see if we can get this in here. Glad today is so you have to build a main house for tiny houses, a community building, and they limit per home versus size of community building. Yeah, interesting. Kind of excited. Today's a bit of a. It's nice to, after 10 days of again, some of the best cycling, not the best cycling I've ever seen, but really damn good cycling. Consistent, just the pressure. Taking a break from the tour today. Today is a rest day. Mike, good morning. Get back to the, I think they're back in the mountains tomorrow. It is. It's been an awesome, awesome week so far. And interestingly enough, Tadej Pogacar is not in the yellow jersey heading into the race, into the rest day. Ben Healy kicked ass. Morning, Michael. Morning, Mike, Joe, Nick, Ken, Nick. Welcome, Nick. Ken, Nick, Mike. Hey, Nick, Ken. Exclamation point. Joe, Mike. God. It is like an episode of the fucking Waltons. All the cool guys showing up at once. Yeah, exactly. And then just the barrage. Doctor. I'm telling you. Okay, we got 2 in there. That's fine. We're going to put this one down here. Actually, I don't think we're going to use this one because I have no way of dropping it in with any level of stability. Under. All right. Oops. So I'll drop that. Put away the 0.2 lead. Lead wire. Lead. There we go. Okay. We're going to do, let's take a look here. Yeah. A few more things to drop in here, and we're just about done. Since I have it now. Give me a second, guys. The YouTube channel is called Dude, We Can Build It, where I saw the shed mini home build. Nice. Dude, we can build it. So I got a couple things we're going to have to look at. Always write down. Build. Tom, what was the name of that YouTube channel? You saw the car guy? Let me know. Let me know. A4 Garage. Thank you. Got it. Thank you. Thank you. Sent you a terrible pun with proof of missing gun sight. A terrible pun? A terrible pun? I'll take a look at that. I'm assuming that was via text, Ray. All right. Are we tired warm? Is now working on the Porsche 356B Cabera. The guy from A4 Garage. Yes, via text. I don't know which platform you actually check. Yeah, text is the only guaranteed way. Okay, let's get a piece of styrene, a couple pieces of styrene, then I think we're going to call it done. How does it look? I don't know. When it's all painted and everything like that, I'm sure it'll look fine. Yes. Anyway, how's things going, guys? Anybody got anything special going on? Richie's been watching some Home Depot shed things, which is kind of cool. Tom's been watching something about a custom a Mustang being built, scale model. Looks like the last build he completed, which is the Mustang, looks like it took him almost a year and a half to build. Yeah, I would imagine. He's going 6 months into the Porsche. Yeah, sweet. Hey, if you can, if that's your thing, if you want to build like one model, a year and a half, great. I respect. I'm not sure I have that patience. Well, okay. Let me take that back, shall I? I'm not sure if I have the patience to do that all the time. Maybe that's the better way of putting it. I'm just going to line the outside with styrene. So your 1 year on the Spartan was, it was 16 months, Tom. No, something I don't want to do again. I want to get to the point where I'm not working on projects for 16 months. Jordan don't have the patience to spend a year on a model. It's just how long it's fucking taking. Yeah, exactly. It's how long it takes. That's still normal speed. It could be. I mean, this will end up being, how long did it take? 4. I think when I'm probably all done with this model, if we think about, just the hour a day that I'm putting into it, it'll probably end up taking between 6 and 8 months, would be my guess. You build more Gundam. Well, I think that's why Gundam build is fast, because everything is up to your imagination in a way. Though, frankly speaking, the bat plane kind of, was up to the imagination, I think the impetus was just to build something with Mike, but after that, it was, I don't want to build it like the way I'm seeing it in the box. I want to do something different. And I'm glad I did. I'm very happy with the way that came out, in the end. I'm going to do one right there. I'm very happy with the way that came out. Okay. Oh, mercy. Bad Blood's still an imaginative build. That's my point. It is an imaginative build. The imaginative build are the ones that, well, first of all, they're certainly the more enjoyable ones. But they're the ones that I think allow for, well, I guess the question is, what exactly are we, I just want to read this thing again. Then you build one more. So I Gundam build is fast because everything is up to your imagination. Yeah, but even Gundam builds aren't, I don't see that. I don't know if it's a car or a plane or whatever. Anything that takes some imagination is going to take its time. Look at the song to get into imagination land. There's a harmony change halfway through that always gets me. Imagination land. What would that be, Ray? Okay. All right. Last bit. We're just going to cut some more brass, and then we're, I think, going to call it done with this model. What time is it? Oh, yeah. Are we talking about? That sounds an awful lot like a Minion song. Maybe I'm wrong. The Minions. It's a South Park song. Oh, that's probably why I don't know anything about it. Okay. Yeah. Cut down on some of that in a second. Once I get all of this stuff kind of populated, what I may end up doing is just going in there and selectively changing the heights on some of it. We'll see. We shall see. We shall see. But for the moment, a lot of this is looking, it's looking good. I'm not going to complain. It's looking good. All for detail that may not be seen. All right, we're going to change it up a little bit. Paint the SD Valkyrie. Oh, the Elint Seeker. Yeah, that's definitely on the horizon. I've got to get just got to get down here in the evenings, Tom, and then just got to get back to Misa Hayase. Once Misa Hayase is done, I'm getting back to the Elint Seeker. I also have to work on. There's I got to start getting ready for the group build as well, the club group build. Okay. Little scorched earth. Love it. I think anything you have on should be completed so you can concentrate on the building. Yes. Yes, the lint seeker, protector of the dryer. I wish we had one of those. E-lint. Ooh. The lint seeker. Yeah, I got to get that done. I actually want to get it done too because it's really close. And now that I've got it up, just got to get primer back on it and then start the painting process. Nope. Back out. Gonna trim it back on a little bit. The E-lint seeker is more effective. Is more effective than a lint seeker? I don't know about that. How so? All right, I think we're done. All right, so I think we're going to do now before we bail today. There we go. It's all kind of all done. Just hyper populated with wiring cables. You know, some of the lead wiring you can actually see has kind of been bent out a little bit. So the next thing is to glue it all in place. So basically just position it, just tap it all in so it's kind of all still looking like it's coming straight up, and then it'll mushroom out, right? Just got one more area I want to drop something in. That was cool. It looks busy. It's kind of the game. You know, do I hear the birds in the background? Oh, yeah. It's electronic. And to remember to get blackberries and raspberries before the birds eat them all. Yeah. Not getting many blueberries out of our blueberry bush this year, which I'm kind of bumming about, but so be it. There we go. All right. Give me a second here, my friends. Come on. Behave. Thank you. Okay. Yep. I think we're ready to glue everything in place. Sounds like you have a nest in the basement. It's amazing what this microphone will pick up. I mean, I could set this thing on super cardioid and probably eliminate all that, but yeah, I'm not going to care. You get to hear the sounds of nature. I'm going to put away this rod first. And then we're going to glue everything in place. Okay. Get the old Bob Smith. I think my daughter actually has a, ooh, is this a new bottle, right? Yeah, it is. It's a new bottle. I don't even think I've opened this up yet. My younger daughter, I think, has a nest in a in the shutter outside of her window. Oh, that's kind of cool. Better you than me. Put in green screen and we think you're in the park. I guess I could do that next. Why, hello there. All right, this stuff is brand spanky new. It's absolutely no reason. None. Go full Wayne's World and green screen everything in Delaware. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Interesting. Well, that would suck ass. Huh. I smelled something. So something is coming through. Make the hole a little larger. See if that helps. Wow. I don't know if I've ever seen. I'd be surprised because it's looking pretty clear in there. It's not looking yellowed, so I'm assuming everything is fine, but it is wild that nothing is coming through yet. We'll call Mercury Adhesives. They have built-in needle in the cap. Yeah, smart. I don't recall if I don't think that Starbond does either, but hey, Charles, good morning. Today is the day. Today is the day. Wow. Okay. All right. You getting excited, Charles? Huh. Looks like I bought a dead bottle. Guess I'll reach out to BSI and just be like, hey, the fuck? Say again, volume was too low. I said, are you getting excited for today? We can use some syringes and needles for glue. Too many models. I want to complete too little time. That is the way it is. All right. So this is going to have to get contact BSI about this. That means at the moment, I'm out of CA. I got to get some CA. I think I've got some upstairs, but that blows. All right. Well, I guess we're kind of done. I think we'll just start putting stuff away then. Yo, Charles. Yeah, also nervous. LOL. Only been 8 years since I started a new job. Understandable. But Charles, just refresh my memory. Are you going to remain at your previous job too? Are you going to be working both of them? Always have a few bottles. I did. I actually tossed the older one out because it was starting to get a little yellow and just wasn't running. It's like, I'll just replace it. It's used up mostly. Just one bottle. Yeah, I'm usually really good. I've got black CA. I just don't think I want to use black on this, though I might go Harbor Freight and get a pack of the little tubes. I might do that, though I do prefer. I might just order some stuff from Starbond. I like the Starbond stuff, but we'll see. Temporarily, yeah. Is this the one? I guess that is the one. That's the one. That seems awfully small. I guess that is the one, though. Little tubes are also great for travel, and you're not as sad when they dry up. Yeah. I may end up doing that. Depends on 2, 3, 5, and 7, and 9. I may end up doing that. We shall see. We shall see. All right. Lead wires put away. Springs put away. Brass pieces set aside. Copper wire. We'll put that away in a second. BSI. Reach out to them. Maybe try Mercury if you're placing an order. Mercury, okay, or not. So I'm going to try to hit this thing up real quickly. I still want to get this thing done, so let's see if I can get this done with the black CA. Just flooding the zone. I think that's good. Yeah, good. Now what we'll do is just kind of compact some of that stuff, but we're kind of done. This is your goof. Mercury adhesives. If you say so, I don't know what mercury adhesives are. What are mercury adhesives? Okay. So I just packed this stuff up with black CA. That one there I don't like. Give me a second here to fix that wire a little bit. That lead wire I've got right here. Give me one moment here. Yeah, that's good. Like I said, once it's all glued in place, what I'll do, like I said, is I'll just bend some of the stuff as well, get it into shape, cut it into a little bit. But overall, there we go. Oops. All packed up. Looking like it's, and like I said, I'll just splice some of it out a little bit, and that's it. Okay, so with that, the company that makes CA, a lot of guys in the RC club has switched to it because the bottle design, plus it's US made. Interesting. Where's the stuff is made in Japan? Yeah, Starbond appears to be made in Japan, if I'm correct. Interesting. Let's see what about this. Yep, Japan bottled in the but it's bottled in the USA. Anyway, good luck, Chuck. Exactly, Charles. Best of luck with all that. All right, guys, time for me to roll here. Stay safe and stay sane, everybody. Thanks for being on this morning. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, Charles, good luck. If you can, report back tomorrow, the next day, whenever you can. Love to hear how things are going. In the meantime, Go out there and do good, everybody. Brighten the world as much as you possibly can. It is getting shittier and crazier and all of that stuff. More dangerous, and it's up to us to make it better. Brighten the world as much as you can. Brighten somebody's day. Don't treat them like shit. Treat them well. So with that, I'll be back on tomorrow, same time, same channel. Enjoy the day, guys. Love you all, and I'll catch you on the flip. Peace.